I ended up getting hooked up with riding BMX for Monster Energy drinks for about a year. I broke every metacarpal in my hand at one time, and I couldn't ride anymore. And they're like, "Hey, you didn't give us any content, so we're not re-signing you for the next year." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's valid." Filming a bunch of stuff, and I sent it all to them, and they liked it. They sent me like a little package of like,
welcome to the team type of deal.
Kind of. It wasn't it wasn't a professional. I just have to think about what I want it to do, and it does it. As cliche as it sounds, it's like man and machine come together.
So you feel like it's pretty set up well for you?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually break your kneecap on that.
But I mean, your body gets old. You can't do the same stuff, so you're looking for the same kind of thrill, and drifting is the next best thing. It's kind of like a natural progression that every kid does.
Welcome, world, to another episode of the Smoking Section Podcast. I'm your host, one of them, Codie Mumaw.
And I'm Sam.
We're the hosts of the Smoking Section Podcast, where we talk about drifting and other things. And today we have a guest, not as special as the last one that we had, but he's still pretty special. His name's Justin. Welcome, Justin.
What up, bitches, asses, and bitch asses?
Oh my God. Sick.
It's Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson's his real name. Government.
That's my government issue.
And,
yep.
But what do the people call you?
Just Justin's fine.
Yeah, they just call him Justin.
I dig it.
That was your chance to give yourself a sweet nickname, but you missed it.
No.
Is this going to be on the podcast?
Yep, you're live. You're live on the podcast right now, Gary. Stepping out. All right.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, we can redo this. What do you need?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Doesn't need anything. All right. We're back.
You're good.
It's too late.
Yeah, that was a gift. That was a gift to the podcast. A 2-gallon bag of munchies.
Yeah. Appreciate the gift.
Our live audience today is great.
Yeah, live studio audience here in the studio.
We got a live laugh track.
Yeah, it's pretty
What is
good.
this, friends?
It's friends.
Yeah.
Literally, these are
literally
these
friends.
are just our friends.
No, we should have named the podcast Friends.
No.
Yeah, it's more friends than smoking section because we haven't smoked once.
Maybe you haven't.
At least your 90s hair would go along with it.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So, Justin, do you want to tell us about yourself and your life? Because that's why we brought you here, is so that...
Hey, hard crack on the mic. On the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So that people could get to know our friends and how cool they are. And that's why we brought you here, because you're cool. And you have 100 stories that we probably don't even know about.
Oh, man, I got a ton.
Dude.
I've got so much.
Oh, man.
It's all right. We don't have to dive into all of them.
We got plenty of time today, so we're going to be diving deeply into many things.
Yeah, we're trying to realm out.
All right. Well, as you know, my name is Justin. Government issue. I'm not from this area.
Fort Wayne.
Nope, not from here. I'm originally from Western Massachusetts, 2 hours away from Boston in the other direction, so I'm not fucking from Boston. Moved around a lot in my entire life. I lived in Los Angeles for quite some time. Moved back to Massachusetts, and then stayed there for like 2 decades, and finally got the hell out of that shithole. Came to Fort Wayne, found some sick fucking dudes, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
Can
How did you grow up as a lad? Did you have brothers or sisters?
Oh, yeah. So I got one brother. He's 6 years older than me on my mom's side, and I've got about 4 brothers on my dad's side who, that side of my family doesn't have anything to do with me anymore.
Do they even know that you exist still?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was my
Okay.
dad's first kid. Everyone else is second.
Interesting.
Second place, first place losers.
Yeah, if you're not first, you're last.
Exactly.
Yep, there you go. Trying doesn't get you winning.
Nope.
What did you do as a child? like fun stuff.
I was a rebellious young lad. I did whatever the fuck I wanted.
Damn, I couldn't tell.
Oh. I was a badass kid. I got in trouble a lot. I got a big thing with I don't like people who tell me what to do. So that got me in a lot of trouble. But I mean, I was just a kid in the 90s. I went outside, fucking played in the dirt.
So you got to live in the 90s.
Oh, it was the sickest time, dude.
What was super prevalent in your childhood?
Mostly being outside, like kids today, I'm going to sound like a fucking old boomer, but they're stuck on technology.
Yeah, but like, how was the culture?
Oh, I don't know. I was a kid. I didn't
Oh,
care about
okay.
culture. I cared about going outside and playing.
Yeah.
So, what did you do? Like, exciting things that brought you into drifting as a child, or like cars related
Well,
activities?
I kind of went down like that natural progression that everybody does, which is like you start in like an extreme sport. So when I was a very young lad, I started skateboarding, and I did that for a very, very long time. And then I kind of fell out of love with it because I got to a point where I couldn't really progress, and I saw all my friends progressing. So I ditched that for BMX. Did that for a very, very long time. I ended up getting hooked up with riding BMX for Monster Energy drinks for about a year. I broke every metacarpal in my hand at one time, and I couldn't ride anymore. And they're like, "Hey, you didn't give us any content, so we're not re-signing you for the next year." And I'm like, that's valid.
How did you go about getting signed to Monster? How did that work out for you?
I just was riding around LA, filming a bunch of stuff, and I sent it all to them, and they liked it. They sent me like a little package of like,
Welcome to the team type of deal.
kind of. It wasn't like it wasn't a professional,
Right,
by
because
any means.
yeah, it was like
Introductory.
Something like that.
yeah, they noticed you though.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I didn't get paid because I actually didn't enter any contests. If I entered
Right, because
contests,
you broke your hand.
they would have given me money. But I pretty much just got free Monster whenever I wanted. Cases were showing up at my door. It's like so much where I was just giving whole cases to my friends because I couldn't drink anymore.
That's insane.
But like, clothing, backpacks, whatever gear I wanted. And I was just like, hey,
Yeah,
send it.
that's how they did it back then, right?
That's being a pro rider.
I would call it more hooked up.
I don't know, man.
I mean, back then though,
free
there.
stuff. How much money there?
And by back then, this was like 2012.
Yeah, right. Well, back then that was my childhood.
I suppose. I keep forgetting that I'm older than everybody, but up here, I'm still very young.
Yep.
But
Respect.
So you were pretty extreme into the BMXing.
Oh yeah, very much so. But then you get to the point when you grow older that your body can't hack it anymore. So like I would still love to be doing the same stuff that I was doing back then, but like my body's like, go fuck yourself. You cannot do this.
Well, you're still doing some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not doing like Superman over box jump.
No.
But you are doing Superman into foam pit.
Just to make sure I could still do it. I
Right.
still got it.
Yep. Superman into foam pit at 34, pretty good.
And I've seen you slam yourself into some walls on some wall rides, so.
Love wall rides.
Yeah.
Don't love slamming.
One time you told me you'd never broken a chain in your whole life, and then you broke 2 of them in like a matter of a month.
No, I said I never broke a KMC.
Yeah,
710.
that chain specifically.
And then after that Michigan trip, I switched chains to a regular chain and used that one, and then snapped that chain so hard that everyone in the skate park felt it through a cement floor.
Brutal.
Yes, it's bad news.
Full pressure on the crank to zero resistance, and slammed your whole body right into the ramp.
Luckily, I missed my knee on the stem, or else I would have fist fight the next kid that said a word.
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can. Yeah, your kneecap would be shattered.
Oh, it was rough.
Yeah, you can actually break your kneecap on that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, your body gets old. can't do the same stuff, so you're looking for the same kind of thrill, and drifting is the next best thing. It's kind of like a natural progression that every kid does if you're into it.
How are the roads up in Massachusetts? I remember you talking about that a lot.
Oh man, so I lived in the mountainous area. Where I lived was a valley, so there was mountain roads everywhere. Every road was like this.
Yeah.
So, there was, if you were into cars or motorcycles like I was, there was not much else to do except go tear up those roads. And so, like, I have currently right now a 93 240SX. Previously, I had an 89 pig nose single cam 240. That thing was so much fun. That was super fun to go tear up in the twisties. After that, I had an 85 Corolla GTS for a very, very short amount of time because the whole underside, the whole bottom of the chassis was so rusted you can like stick your foot through it like Fred Flintstone.
And that was an A86?
Yeah.
Okay.
85 Corolla GTS manual 4-wheel disc, red with the black on the bottom. It was gorgeous.
So at the time, did you like the Corolla or the 240 more?
I liked anything that was Japanese and not front wheel drive.
Okay.
So like they were pretty. They're both legendary cars, so they're on a level playing field for me. I loved them both.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's quad.
So, like, what kind of were you just like ripping around the streets back then? Like, what year were you driving around these cars?
Oh, I graduated high school in 2009, so it was very shortly after that. So probably 2009, 2010, 2011. And yeah, there were no racetracks. I don't know if there are any now. But you had no other choice but to just go do it in the streets in Mexico.
Right.
In Mexico, yeah. Did a ton of driving in Mexico.
So would you prefer the street rather than like going in a parking lot or something?
I don't know if I necessarily prefer one or the other. I just want to have fun. That's all I give a shit about. And if there's a parking lot, yeah, I'll totally go bust it down in there. And if there isn't, and then the street, then like if it's dark and there's nobody around, yeah, I'll go throw it down in the street for sure.
So I'm pretty sure I already know like you weren't hitting events back then because I don't think you have still currently been to a proper drift event.
Nope, I've never had my car on a track.
But you do know how to drift. I've seen you do it.
Oh, plenty of times. I love it. It's the best.
Yeah, you're actually pretty impressive for someone that I don't know, just started to like get to know. Because, you have a 240, but I never seen you drift it until, I've seen you on the street and I'm like, okay.
Having it and
this
knowing how
guy's
to
legit.
use it is two different things. So, yeah.
For sure.
So tell us a little bit more about your current car. Like, how did you get it? What's the story behind that?
So I used to have a 2016 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. And where I'm from, with all big mountain roads and twisties and shit like that, I rode my bike every single day. And I told myself, dude, I'll fucking die before I get rid of this goddamn bike. And so when I came here to Fort Wayne, everything is a straight road. And I got so bored of doing like 120 mile an hour wheelies. And so one time I was just perusing Facebook Marketplace and this guy had a 240 up and I thought it was like too good to be true. So I just messaged the dude and I was like, hey, I've got this bike if you want to trade. And so he said yes. I drove like pretty much to the Illinois border, 3 hours away, checked out the car. It was pretty much like junkyard worthy.
The irony in that, because you're basically the guy that me and Cody hate. The guy that's like, will you trade for this motorcycle? I'll trade you 50 motorcycles for that car. That's my favorite. That's actually not my favorite. That is my least favorite message to get on Facebook.
I mean, if it wasn't me, someone else is going to see it and be like, no, this thing's going straight to the scrapyard. I saved this thing from going to the scrapyard. I went there, I looked under it, I saw like a couple little rust spots, but nothing that's too crazy. Like, again, from Massachusetts, there's nothing but salt everywhere.
Right.
So mass cars are pretty shit. But I saw that this car had the potential. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. So I drove back home. And the next day after I got out of work, my friend came with me, towed my car, drove another 3 hours back there, did the trade. And driving home was crazy.
You towed your motorcycle there, right?
Yeah. He had a little Subaru hatchback that was powerful enough to pull a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So driving it back home was crazy because it was dark. Nothing on the gauge cluster worked, so I didn't know how much fuel I had. I didn't know how fast I was.
You were just doing 240 shit, actually.
Yeah, I was just raw dogging it the whole time, and just like crossed my fingers and hope that I got home. And crazy enough, I did. And then like as soon as I got home, then issues started happening.
Oh god.
I was like, well, at least I got it home. But yeah,
What motor was in it?
it's the KA24DE dual cam.
The dual cam.
Love
Nice.
I love that truck motor. Everybody hates it, but I love it.
It's not a very rusty car.
No, there's a couple spots that need attention, but for the most part, it's got good bones.
Typical.
And so how long did you have that car before you turboed it?
I had that car for about a calendar year before I turboed it. And then, I bought my turbo kit. It was just a cheap eBay kit for like $750. I was trying to do it as cheap as possible, obviously, but usually when you buy cheap, you have to buy twice. So I bought this kit, absolutely nothing lined up, and I was like, damn. So after that, I bought a CX Racing manifold and downpipe, which fits up
Pretty nice stuff, really.
perfectly. I love it. It brings the turbo forward, so there's absolutely no chance of your turbo hitting the shock tower because I'm top mount. Because I love top mount.
CX Racing kind of gets a lot of hate,
Yeah, for no.
but I feel like I've seen the JZ manifolds and a lot of people use those. As long as, I don't know, you brace it or whatever, it's fine.
It comes braced. There's like so much bracing on that.
Yeah.
Manifold. It's crazy. And the best part is they give you space to put your nuts on the manifold studs, and it's.
Oh yeah.
I have really big hands, and I can do it. It's no problem.
So pretty good setup, pretty good part.
Absolutely. Everything bolted up as it should. It fit as it should. The downpipe went exactly. There was no
Super affordable.
very much. There was no like hassling, no banging, making room for stuff that's supposed to fit but doesn't. It was just bolt directly in.
So I'd love to know, how much do you think you spent on that turbo kit?
So originally for the kit, I spent $750
For the first
For the-
rendition
for the eBay bullshit.
of parts that did not work at all.
Right. And then after that, just the downpipe and manifold was another $800.
Okay.
I used the turbo from the eBay kit. I used
Do you know what size it is?
T3. It's like a 65 AR.
Okay.
Not too big.
So pretty small.
Yeah. It spools up exactly how I want it.
Yeah. Wicked fast.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you're at like $1,400 in.
Yeah. There's nobody that makes an intake manifold. I'm sorry, an intake pipe that works with a KA. So I had to go get an SR intake pipe from Juku, and then that didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So I pretty much just cut it like halfway down so that I could use my blow off valve, and got 550cc injectors.
How much was your Mega Squirt?
My Meg Squirt I got for $600 secondhand, so it was a pretty good deal.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
And then why the hell are you running a blow-off valve?
because my childhood was, Need for Speed Underground and that classic HKS sound. When I was a kid, I was like, I want exactly this when I grow up. So now I'm a kid with adult money, and I got the HKS blow-off valve.
So you just prefer the blow-off valve sound over the turbo flutter?
Oh yeah, I'm not a
turbo
fan of
surge.
compressor surge.
He gets a nice combination of both though, because since you have such a small turbo, your turbo will compressor surge on spool up,
Mhm.
which probably has something to do with that. You have a little itty bitty intercooler,
I do have a little itty bitty.
but it works.
Yep. I definitely plan on upgrading that.
So
but
you get some nice turbo shutter on the way to boost,
Mhm.
and then when you hit boost and let off,
you
got a nice
almost
profile.
can't hear it because of the wastegate. It's so goddamn loud because some sick fucking dude gave me one because he's an absolute
yeah.
G.
Nice wastegate on there.
Yeah. I'm talking about Sam.
Help out your buddies.
Love a good wastegate dump location.
Yep. My wastegate is pointed straight down and is completely wide open. I didn't put a dump pipe on it. I don't give a shit.
Perfect.
Loud as fuck.
So how much do you think you spent? Like if you did everything to, how much do you think you would spend on that turbo kit to just buy all the stuff that you bought once that is working right now?
Just the turbo kit, probably $1,300-$1,400.
Okay.
Just the turbo kit to make everything work. The injectors, I still probably would have got 550cc injectors. I still would have run a Mega Squirt because I cannot find a single link.
Yeah, they don't make a link for it yet.
Right. I mean, overall, with every single thing that I purchased to turbo my car, I was probably at like $3-ish grand.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
For double the horsepower.
I'm not bitching.
And it's pretty fast.
Yep. And I'm at 10 PSI right now. We did the ARP head studs here.
You're right. We did a head gasket on that once
We
already.
did a head gasket. So, I mean, 10 PSI, pretty conservative for what it is. I know that I can beat the piss out of it and it's still going to take me home.
Yep. Reliable. My KA car was pretty reliable when I had it, as long as I kept the ignition coil wires in good shape.
Mm-hmm. I'm still distributor.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Spark plug wires, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
Silly ass things.
Yeah, those suck.
Love it.
I've never had a KA. And I don't care to.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it just seems like the easy way out almost.
I do enjoy the
Yeah.
lower lower RPM torque.
I'm just a big fan of not keeping things the way they came.
Fair enough.
In this country, it came that way.
Yep.
I suppose, yeah. They didn't come turbo.
Wasn't there a good reason why the K, was it for emissions? Why they?
I think that I remember hearing a legend about how they did it just because they thought that we would, they thought the Americans liked more displacement.
Would they be wrong?
It could be it.
I mean, not for like the female secretaries that bought them.
Right.
Because I just found out the reason that US 240s have pop-ups and JDM 240s have like Sylvia front is because in the United States back then, and I think even now, the headlights had to be a certain height above the ground, and the Sylvia front was not compliant, so they had to make a whole new front end just to sell the cars here.
That makes sense, but I'm a huge fan, biggest fan of pop-up lights. I will never, ever get rid of my pop-up headlights. I bought that car specifically because pop-up headlights.
Yeah, I think they have their time and their place. I think I'm a popular believer that pop-ups belong on a hatch and fixed headlights belong on a coupe.
I would agree.
For sure.
Flip-ups are just not good on a coupe.
Yeah, I don't like them on a coupe.
I feel like the C's garage car looks good, but that's just because it's...
You barely notice that it's got pop-ups.
It's hard to even tell.
Yeah.
Too busy looking at all the crazy shit on it.
Yeah. I feel like it just flows. The pop-ups flow better with a hatch. And like a hatch with a Sylvia front.
Absolutely.
Is the worst thing.
Thanks.
It's almost, it's like one of the worst things you can do. Like your car for some reason like looked like pretty good, I think. But like there's a guy I follow on Instagram that has one, and he's got like a Raceline kit on it with RPF ones. It looks terrible, dude.
Well, everybody and their mom's got.
All you had to say was RPF ones, and I could have told you that it was that.
Yeah, it's it's got an LS in it too, and it's just not a good.
So you don't like V8s?
I like V8s when in the cars that they came in. I cannot.
Just you wait for our
stand when
next
people
guest.
LS swap everything. I can't stand it. It's like
Why not?
because everybody does it. Like I understand. It's cheap.
It's kind of
easy
ironic that
power.
you say that because you're in the land of SR20 right now. Middle of Indiana, or not middle, but middle of nowhere, Indiana,
Sure.
and you are infatuated with SR20s.
I'm not
Not infatuated. My bad.
I'm surrounded.
What's the
by
word?
them.
Surrounded. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like everybody does it. Everybody does RPF ones. I hate them. Everybody does LS swaps. I can't stand it. You don't. At least where I'm from, you never ever see an SR20. So that's why I still have respect for them.
Right. So even if they were the same price, you would still do a KA?
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
I do like the displacement. I like the lower end torque. I like the fact that well now they're becoming more and more popular, but they were slept on for so long.
Honestly, what's the does anybody know the weight difference between them? If there is one?
It's got to be pretty good because one's iron and one's aluminum.
Yeah, but the SR is like a way bigger engine. I
It doesn't
feel
even
like
seem that big. Maybe like the valve cover.
I'm gonna
makes
look it up.
like that.
We got time. I'm gonna look it up.
We got that.
As far as see, for me, I don't really care about any of the numbers or the schematics of anything. None of that really matters to me. I'm in it for the way that it looks and the way that it sounds.
Yeah, SRs do
That's-
sound crazy.
It's a way sicker looking engine, way better sounding in my opinion, or like easier to make it sound good. And I think that makes it worth the additional price tag.
Sure.
It's not even like maybe
SR's maybe like 50 pounds lighter, if that.
Which is
It
crazy.
depends on how, I don't know, I guess the accessories.
Well, yeah, I wonder, like, you compare block to block or, like, short block to short block because that's probably it could be measuring, like, a KA without a turbo on it and stuff.
Of course.
Where it's measuring the SR with a turbo.
Yep,
Right.
100%.
You never know.
That's a good point.
You'd have to do it yourself because the internet numbers are probably inaccurate. Skewed for sure.
So you just put like a B-knuckle-esque knuckle on your car. How do you like that?
It does exactly what I thought it would do, and it does exactly what I want it to do, and it's the sickest thing ever.
Do you think it has something to do with you driving the in-style cars a lot on a Seto?
I don't think so because it took me, and it's still taking me a long time to learn how to drive those cars. Like I can get them to do what I want to do, but like I'm still not 100% proficient with those.
Right.
As like say you, but
I would say I'm not even.
you're better than me. That's for damn
Right.
sure. But
Yeah. They're hard to drive.
in real life, man, that car, I just have to think about what I want it to do, and it does it. I don't. There's as cliche as it sounds, it's like man and machine come together as one.
So you feel like it's pretty set up well for you.
I love it. Yeah. There's a couple things I want to tweak, but other than that, it does what I want it to do, and that's all I can ask.
You've got a handbrake in it.
Yep, Willwood hydro handbrake to the Villains dual caliper kit, which is one of the easiest things I've ever installed on a car and one of the best working things I've ever put in a car.
I remember you were asking me about advice for that, and I told you should get that kit.
Yeah,
And the I remember you being surprised at how cheap it was.
I was very surprised because like you go on any website anywhere on the entirety of the internet and you look for a dual caliber kit for 240, you're paying at least $600, like easy $600. And I'm so happy that I took your advice because it's $300. It comes with all the plumbing. It's the easiest plumbing. It's a no-brainer, really.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, if you want to get like a good dual caliper setup on a budget and you're not doing the Villains, you're fucking up.
That's what Tom Nazzaro uses and Jimmy. They all use that same
Not to mention
Villains kit.
the calipers are so cheap. Like if one gets fucked up, you have $40 for a new caliper.
And they're 2-piston.
Yeah.
Pretty legit.
Yep.
Which is a Volkswagen caliper, by the way.
From like the 60s.
It's like a Beetle Volkswagen caliper.
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
So how much like drifting did you do on like your previous knuckle setup before the what you have now?
Well, when I first got my car, it was an open diff, and I did as much like momentum sliding as I could because you can't do anything with an open diff. And then I got a friend of mine to weld it, and then probably like 6-ish months of just Mexico drifting, stock angle, stock engine, and because it's the truck motor, it did it. It did it. No
Good old
questions
truck
asked.
engine.
Yep.
So like did you notice a big difference for like what was the difference like when you put the knuckles on that you have now?
So one of the biggest differences is especially in the wet. My car, I don't know if this is like a 240 thing or if it's just my car specifically, but as soon as I break traction, the back end just immediately whips around 180.
Really?
Yes,
So it over rotates.
like crazy.
That
So
makes sense.
when I put the knuckles on, I could actually catch it before I go all the way around. Um, I forgot to take a before and after of like the angle when I put on the knuckles, but there is much more radius where I can catch a drift.
So you were just on a stock knuckle before?
Yes. And it was still
Stock
killing it.
knuckle's pretty legit though.
Yeah.
Honestly, Isaac ran stock knuckle on his car for a while, and I remember seeing it and being like, that's kind of a lot of angle, which makes sense why S chassis were so good.
Yeah. I think after I boosted my car and I got the tune good enough, we went out to Mexico and it did what it did. Like it drifted no problem. And then Isaac was actually making fun of me because I was doing such low angle because, stock knuckles, I didn't have a choice because it's either low angle or you spin all the way out.
Right. See, when I got my car, it had a DriftWorks angle kit on it,
Mm-hmm.
and like that felt like pretty similar to the way my E36 drove. Like it was like pretty like linear and smooth throughout the angle, but like when I switched to B knuckle, it was like a huge difference in the way the car drove.
It's
And,
very
like,
progressive.
yeah, and like the steering response, it almost is like it's like almost like
Gain steering response.
yeah, like the way you
has angle.
the way you like set the car up for the knuckles also has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
How it drives, and
It's good
it
stuff.
like I had like a little bit of a learning curve. Like it took me like half a day, I think, to get used to the knuckles, but
I feel like I'm still getting used to them.
yeah, sometimes I feel like
They will bite you.
Yeah, definitely. Like some things like you like if you're not ready for the snap, like if you load the car up too much and you're not ready for it, you'll just it happened
Yeah.
to me at Smile Death, and I was just like, what? And like cuz like the lap started out messy, and so I'm trying to like collect myself, and like I had just loaded the car up too much, and when I like kicked it back the other way, it just looped all the way around. I was like, what in the hell am I even doing here?
That's an interesting thing about B knuckle because of how you set it up in the caster so low. So like you said, the car you can load it up really hard and snap it. But like I think everyone that has a B knuckle car now can probably attest to it that like every once in a while, and less more than others or whatever, but everybody will get bit by like the B knuckle snap. I'll see videos of even Jimmy or like do a over rotate just because you can tell the car got loaded up and snapped.
Oh yeah, the first time I went out with those knuckles, it happened to me like 3 times before I was like, all right, I gotta change something.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And it happens to everybody.
Yeah, but it's
Like
also like it's like a tool almost. Like
if you can learn how to harness
Yeah.
the snap,
when you harness it and you do it like just right, it's
it's insane how it works.
yeah, and it's crazy because I mean like I've done like good backies and stuff in the car set up the exact same way, like and then, like on video at Final Bout, the backies I was doing there really good, and then it's even later on in life I make a complete fool of myself like with car the same way, and
It's hit or miss. That is the one thing with the B knuckle that's kind of why they changed. I think is why they have the new V3 B knuckle, and that's to help with they changed the acronym for some higher horsepower cars,
Right.
so they can drive at angle longer. Because kind of a weird thing about B knuckle is you can lock the car out, like when you're driving it. I'm trying to imagine it, but like if you get it stuck on lock because of the way the caster is, it can basically stay flopped on lock. And if you're in the throttle the whole time, at least in a welded diff car, I'm sure it's totally different with a two-way, but you can definitely get caught and loop it out.
For sure.
The technicalities of drifting are so fun to me. Like just like the little nuances of things like that.
Just nerd shit.
The craziest thing about that is like you learn it without realizing that you're learning it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then,
I nerd out with you on just drifting. So, like, I probably nerd out too much. I start yelling at people. I'm like, you gotta. That is one thing that will bug me about B knuckle is like people put B knuckle in their car and then they like there is a. Let me preface this before we go off or something. You can set up B knuckle in multiple different ways and it'll work fine, but like it was engineered around being set up a certain way with a specific spacer. So when you don't set it up that way, the car doesn't do B knuckle things. It kind of just does cut knuckle stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like B knuckle, like the knuckle is very important, obviously, but a massive part of it has to do with the alignment setup too.
The supporting mods with it.
Right. Like
supporting mods, scrub radius.
If you're trying to do like end style Mahon things, but your car has a single cam KA and you're on 15-inch wheels, it's like not gonna work the same.
It's gonna do something, but not what you want it to.
Right. It's not gonna work the same as if you have it like set up the way it was designed to be set up. That's why when you go to the Heatmaker website, it tells you how to set the car up the way it was designed.
Yep.
There's clear instructions on how to do it.
And I've gotten all the setup tips from Luke and Julian. I've talked to Toshi about B-knuckle setup. So like when I give like you or Cody advice, like I'm not even trying to be a know-it-all. Like I'm literally just passing it along. Like this is what they're telling us we should do.
You're not bullshitting.
Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people, I mean, I'm not even going to say a lot of people, but like our friend group of like people that drive 240s or my buddies, and a lot like B-knuckle seems to be getting more popular and people are switching to it. But you can just go in the wrong direction if you set it up wrong.
Sure.
And then when you try and learn it, set up the right way, that is a hard beast to wrangle, dude. You'll see, because your knuckle is B-knuckle-esque. It's got like a similar setup, and your alignment is pretty similar setup.
Mm-hmm.
The knuckle itself isn't an actual B-knuckle. It's some mediocre replica. But it was I just had it laying around, so I think I gave it to you for an IHOP meal or something.
Yeah, dog. It's sick. Even if it's not like a real B-knuckle.
And it helps, and I had it on my car, so I know how it drives on a certain alignment, and I knew that like it definitely has similar characteristics. It's just not like hardcore all the angle.
Sure.
Like actual B-knuckle.
And it does exactly what I want it to do. So even if it's not a legit B-knuckle, I'm still happy with it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm not going to bitch.
I love talking setup. Yeah, if I'm giving anybody advice, it's not because I like made it up. It's because I got advice from someone else. I'm actually super stupid and dumb.
Yeah.
No original ideas here if you can't tell.
Yeah, for a lot of my life, I've definitely learned the hard way instead of the easy way. And when it came to this car and I saw you and I saw Cody and I saw what you guys were doing, and I'm like, this guy fucking knows ball. I'm going to do what he tells me to do because he's clearly killing it. So I was like, I'm just going to learn the easy way on this one.
Yeah, pretty much my whole drifting career has just been like trying to copy what some other guy did, but do it like a little bit better than him, or like just a little bit in my own way. But
of course,
like pretty much all the best things have already been done, and you either got to just copy what they did and maybe a combination of a couple of the best things, and like just barely put your own little twist on it. Because if you try and be completely original and you're trying to like your first drift car is going to be a K-swapped Ford Ranger on bags or something, you're going to have a bad time.
It's kind of the irony in that is hilarious because people will get bashed for copying, but it's like we're also labeled as like the nice community that helps each other.
Yeah.
And then you also got people upset about like, that's not you didn't come up with that style. Your car looks too much like this car.
If you come up to, a big, tall grass and there's a trail like carved out right here for you to walk through, and you're like, nah. Like, what are you doing, man?
Well, not only that, but even if you do blaze your own trail, everybody who's already done what you want has already done it. So you're gonna end up at the same place, a lot more tired with less money.
Right. That's
like,
why I'm just trying to copy everybody I can.
I mean, like, you might as well just listen to people who've done it before you and know better than you. Not like you have to copy them, tit for tat, but like you said.
Well, it's just too bad that there's even debates about that because, like, there's a constant issue of people being like, well, it seems like you're copying. It's like, well, it's your idea of whether I'm copying or being inspired. Like, it's like, who actually cares?
Yeah, like, okay, I am copying. I bought the same parts as this guy who's killing it, and I want to do what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that basically everything in life?
You're breathing. You're copying somebody who did it before you.
Yeah, the endless
Fuck off.
debate.
Damn straight.
The endless debate is inspired or just biting.
Never know.
I don't know. My answer to that is, who gives a shit? Just drive your car.
Yeah, true. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I've been stuck there for a long time. Stuck so long I thought it was the right thing.
I still believe it's the right thing. My whole S chassis ownership has just been like copying Sam and then being like, yeah, but I'm going to do it like this instead.
The best part about me and your car is that, like, people can look at my car and go, oh, that's too race car. Oh, that's too gnarly. And then I can go, okay, if you don't like this one, go ahead and take a look at this one. Same, exactly, but exactly the things you complained about.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to make my car a little bit more similar to yours this season, though.
God damn it, dude. I hate that you're copying me always.
I know. I actually just recently
How dare
looked
you?
into a new lift kit for the front end. It's going to be insane.
Dude, if you copy me anymore, I'm going to piss my pants.
Dude,
You do piss your pants about a lot of things.
he might even get you for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually just been begging everybody to copy me. Please, please.
Please, God, copy me.
I just know people will enjoy it because I enjoy it so goddamn much.
Yeah, imitation is the sincerest form of
I think
flattery.
Justin can vouch that me pushing you to do certain things is paying off.
Oh, 110%. Absolutely.
It helps too because like you're by yourself on this because you are new to this area. You're completely new to drifting on like an actual community basis.
Sure.
Outside of like doing it on the street by yourself, goofing. So you're like, exactly what it's like to screw it up.
Oh, I've done tons of screwing up.
But a big part of your like ability and willingness to learn has to do with like how good of a teacher you are also. Because,
Yes.
like, you're a great teacher, and like as someone who's not a great teacher, you're just like, why can you not just take in this information? Just listen to what I'm fucking telling you. So like, you can teach good. So you probably understand that, like, oh, if I want to learn this, I actually have to like listen and pay attention.
Of course.
And give it a try.
You can't do the same thing and expect a different result. So if you're fucking up and someone's telling you to try something different and you don't try something different, nothing's going to change. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes.
We have an interesting dynamic because I feel like I trust you and the advice you give me, and you trust me, and like we'll take the advice that I give you, and it's like kind of funny how like we're giving each other very good advice, and it's just helping the both of us a lot rather than causing like conflict of like,
It's fucking beautiful.
don't tell me what to do.
Exactly. Because there's no ego about it.
Exactly.
It's the best thing ever.
That's so true.
And that's why I like our group, because there's no ego, there's no bullshit. It's just friends who want to have fun. And
Someone had to say it.
that's it.
Yeah, we all just want to like help each other grow, and like the growth of everyone else like helps the individual.
Sure.
All for one and one for all.
Dude, like when
Oh,
we're at the
should be.
skate park and someone's struggling with a trick and I'm like, try this, and then you land it and everybody gets fucking hyped. I live for that shit.
You're an
I live for that
insanely
shit.
good teacher though, because you also taught at Woodward.
Yeah, I did work at Woodward for a summer. That place changes people. You go there and you leave an entirely different person, and there's no way to explain it.
No way.
Yeah.
We got to try a little bit since you made a claim.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about
Woodward
Woodward
changes
teaching there.
you.
Oh my God. So Woodward is
Can we preface what Woodward is for people that might
sure.
not know?
Woodward is it's pretty much a small town of just skate parks.
Interesting
like-
way to put it.
There's like 5 outdoor skate parks and like 4 indoor skate parks. It's a camp where you go.
And it's in Pennsylvania, right?
It's in Woodward, Pennsylvania. That's where it started, but they're around the world now. They just closed the one in California. Sad.
Rip.
There's one in Colorado for skiing. I think there's one in Japan. But yeah, it's just a sleepaway camp. You can send your kids there. They have adult events too, but that place was created specifically for people to go and experiment and progress in whichever discipline of action sports that they want. They do. When I went there to teach, I brought my dirt jumper, I brought my BMX, I brought a skateboard, I brought rollerblades, and that's another place where there's no ego. Like, if you go to a skate park with rollerblades, you're gonna get shit, right?
Of course.
When I was at Woodward and I brought out my rollerblades, people were like, "Oh, that's sick!" And then like another rollerblader came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And it was just instantly friends. Everybody's friends. But that place is sick. That place is engineered for people to just go, experiment, and progress.
Do you think the ego thing might have something to do with the fact that if you are there and you do have a big ego, there's every tool there to prove yourself and also disprove your cockiness or whatever you might have?
So I think that it has something to do with that, but also the thing there is that if you have an ego at Woodward and you think you're hot shit, there's at least 20 little kids who are better than you. Not only that, but usually
That'll set you straight.
during like the camping season, there will be a different pro that comes and hangs out every week. So like one day you'll just be like taking your kids that you're in charge of to skate parks, whatever they want to do. And then like a professional skateboarder just comes out of nowhere and starts shredding, and everybody stops and watches, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's sick." And like the pros are super nice people too. Like they'll come and they'll interact with everybody and they'll give tips and pointers. It's just a sick place. And so I feel like when you go there, you understand that nobody there is there to prove anything. Everybody there is just there to get better and have fun. So there's not like a I'm better than you ego, because somebody there is better than you. I guarantee you that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of how it is on the Drift Appalachia mountain. Like there isn't really any ego there when the events that I've driven, which is pretty refreshing.
Yeah, I don't doubt
Just
it.
because any of us could go out there and total our car and then you can come back and
Well,
you
not
know.
only that, but this is like still relatively new in the United States, period. And everybody who goes there is probably, I haven't been there, so I'm only speculating, but you go there and you're so appreciative of the fact that you are able to do this now in this time legally. It's sanctioned public roads that the city shuts down and you get to drift in the mountains like in Japan, but in America. And so I feel like people are so appreciative of the fact that they're actually able to do that they don't want to fuck it up by being a piece of shit.
Especially coming from someone like you that grew up kind of messing around on those mountain roads.
Yeah.
Not those specific ones, but up in the East Coast.
Yeah.
It actually is the same mountain roads, same mountain range.
Technically, yeah. Technically, same mountain range.
We don't wanna get
Is that something you want to do someday, or?
Oh, dude, absolutely. I think that Drift Appalachia is a good what am I trying to say? It would be a good, not goal, but like something to aspire to do. Like if I tell myself that I want to get good enough in drifting where I can go do Drift Appalachia, I feel like that is something that would make sure that I stay on this path that I have chosen for myself.
Yeah, and if you're there, there's no bullshit involved, you know?
And I have like the best group of people around me to make sure that I get the best chance of that being possible.
Yeah, I get big vibes when I'm at those events of just like, nobody has anything to prove. Everybody's kind of made it there for a reason. They've been selected for a reason. You can't really just bullshit drivers like through just to get them on that course.
Right.
It's, you go through a pretty intense screening process. So,
And for good reason, because if you fuck around up there, you're totaling at minimum like your car,
yeah, minimum.
if not 4 other people who are behind you so close to you in a train. And like, you're doing however, like how fast are you going up there?
Depends on what road, but
As hell might be a good measure.
as hell would be a good.
Yeah, so you
measurement.
crash your car going fast as hell into a guardrail or
Yeah.
up onto a mountain. Where
The
there's
main
a
problem are just like
boulder.
trees.
Yeah, trees
Like,
and a boulder.
Guardrails are fine. It seems like I've seen some dudes guardrail it up on the mountain, and they come out of it pretty good.
Yeah, but like, so like, you're going fast as fuck and you crash into a tree or a rock or something like that. There's a great chance that, you're not coming out of that unscathed. And I don't think that anybody wants that to happen. So it's just like everybody's super good about it. Nobody wants to fuck around. Nobody wants to ruin the event because like it's taken it this long to get to, North America where we are. And if somebody fucks it up, who knows how long it's going to take before that opportunity comes back.
Right. The spirits are always high though.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I'm one of the few people out there that I just like I don't see that much allure in the mountain drifting. It's just like I think it's cool to watch, but I don't really have like a strong desire to go do it. For me, like my preferred driving is like party laps with the boys.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Drift Appalachia is that.
Like, I don't know.
Imagine, okay, I get your point, but listen, let me make a point for you.
Maybe I just have to go to one.
Some of these guys, some of these dudes that are going like top only drift, shout out to those dudes. Those are that might be the best quotations group of drifting drivers that are like in a team, because I've never seen them do like team events, but they're obviously a team or something.
I mean, it does seem like the driving is getting a lot closer than when it started. I mean, obviously.
But like they went to a Drift Appalachia that I was at, and there was like 4 of them or so, and they were all driving together every lap. Could you imagine, like, blur out the fact that it's on a mountain road, like that could ruin your car. Imagine if you could drive a toge style course on a racetrack, because at the time, I mean, Drift Appalachia, that's a racetrack for the weekend. And you're with your 4 teammates, and you can just drive between your 4 teammates all weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like
Does that not sound appealing? It seems like it's the other stuff that would turn you away. Because it's literally party laps. I'm not joking. It's party laps. It's the most party lap event I've ever been to.
Yeah, because you're not just going down, you're also going back up.
Yeah, the order's getting switched up. We're going down, we're going up. There is nothing to win. There is no wall to like, there is no impressive, like, big entry thing to do that's like high risk. It's
You
like
made it there. That's impressive.
nobody is doing anything high risk, really. It's the driving looks insane, but realistically, like, we're all just trying to make it through. Like, nobody's trying to do a backy. Nobody's trying to freaking put it on lock through every single corner, or at least like they're not trying to do that the whole event. Everybody is locked in, dialed. But could you just imagine if it was your whole team there instead of, basically you just going to war with a mountain trying to not die?
Yeah, it just seems like there's like the consequence might make the pressure a little bit more intimidating at that point.
Yeah, you kind of just got to do it.
I can see that. I guess
It depends on the road though, because there's one road that's second gear the whole time, and it's totally chill.
I
Like,
think maybe
way
just
chill.
maybe just being like I'm like kind of close to that world. Like you've gone and like Seth went, and I've seen it pretty close. Like I haven't went to one of the events, but it kind of seems more like the way that you just put it is like you're like fighting in a battle against the mountain road, and less of a like, just from my perspective, it doesn't seem that like chill. Like it
Yeah.
seems pretty like intense.
It depends on how you just approach it. If you go into it with the mindset that you have to like beat the hill, then you can lose. But if you just go in thinking, oh, I just got to not lose and just keep it together, then it's totally entirely different.
Sure. But also, is drifting not intense itself? I feel like that when you do it long enough, you just get, complacent, and it's like you don't realize that what you're doing nonchalantly is something that someone would freak the fuck out about, because like, they see driving normally on the street as dangerous,
Right.
let alone, hucking it on the wall at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's just like the Drift Appalachia when it's on the second gear, like just the switchback road. I'm not going to name the road, but the West Virginia stage that they do in Beckley is there isn't very much risk involved realistically. It just depends on how you want to drive it, because you can just, I would say, and this is what I think everyone would agree is like the good line to drive there, is just clip the inside like every turn. Like just stay, not even necessarily like clip, like try and get close, but like be on the inside lane, I guess, because there are two lanes. It's a road. And then you're totally fine, because there isn't anything high speed going up hills. And like, I would bet that there's almost nobody that wrecks going uphill, just because it's, it's so hard to slide off the road going uphill.
Yeah, you're
especially in second gear. Yeah. Or, second, or maybe a little bit of third gear, but it's nothing. We drive faster at Lake Erie Speedway than we do on some of those roads.
Mm-hmm.
You can enter really fast, but the actual average speed going up and down the hill isn't that insanely fast.
That's fair.
You could do it. That's the point I'm making. I think that everybody could do it.
I totally believe I could do it. It's just like, maybe it's like, I don't even want to say it's the amount of money that it costs. Like it seems like it's like a big deal, and I don't really want to do events that are a big deal.
That's fair.
Like,
To be fair,
I barely want to do anything that's a big deal. Like I just want it to be like super low key. Like just go to like a regular open drift day with regular casuals.
to be fair though, you just got to do one event once, and if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, no harm.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it one day.
That'd be cool.
But I'll probably have to go to. I'll probably go to one. So one day
You should
Just
definitely just come and
one
watch.
of the spectator ones.
It is just the spectacle in general, because all the, it's like the best drivers, really.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just hanging out with the best drivers, being around people that are like very, not even particular, but people that are also obsessed with the driving, because if you want to be at that quotation level to drive an event like that, you have to be at least somewhat pretty interested in like the actual driving like portion of drifting, you know,
Sure.
like the actual technique.
And not to mention, like, it's not just the driving down the mountain, but like the whole environment, because like the whole town is super about it. Everybody comes out and watches.
Yeah, you feel
it.
like a celebrity. It's awesome.
Right, there's like a big ass community surrounding it, and I feel like that is just as equally cool as the driving.
It also is kind of cool to feel like you're a part of something that's groundbreaking.
Sure.
Like you're the way that a lot of the people that run Drift Appalachia are from the early days of drifting, if not, I'd say all of them. So they know what's up, just like from what it was back then. So at the very least, they know how to start something. So, and them being kind of ahead of the whole thing and being the front runner for the mountain drifting, I guess what would hopefully be the mountain drifting community in the future. Like it feels like that. Like the way they talk about the old days of like Pro-Am, MDU, and stuff like that, US Drift, early days of Formula Drift, it feels very similar to what that is. Like it's something new, it's groundbreaking, they're ahead of it, they're doing it the right way.
Yep. I don't know. The allure for me is just like, you know, when I was in high school, YouTube had just come out, and that makes me sound old as shit, but YouTube came out in 2005, so I was like my second year of high school. And so with the coming of YouTube was also came media that wasn't necessarily like big, that every single person on the planet could consume. So when I was in high school, Japanese mountain drifting videos started like filling in YouTube, and that was something that I would watch all the time, every single day. And then like Initial D got super popular, and then shortly after that, Tokyo Drift came out. So pretty much like my entire high school days was just me foaming at the mouth about sliding down a mountain. So now that like it's a thing, I'm just like, yep, that's what I want to do. That's what I've always wanted to do.
And it's crazy that you're around during when it's starting. Like perfect timing, really.
So would you think, do you say like the mountain drifting, is that like your end goal? Or like what would you say is your like main goal to like what do you want out of drifting? What do you want to do with it?
The only thing that I want to do with drifting is have fun with my friends. That's the only thing I care about. And if that means that I've got to go to events that I don't necessarily want to, because it's like, you know, it's like maybe if it's like a competitive setting in the future, possibly. But if that is the means that I have to take to go drift with my friends, yeah, I'm going to go do it.
So if all your friends are going to drive a comp, but you don't want to drive the comp, you're going to go anyway.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what all your friends are doing.
Because all I want to do is have fun with my friends. Like I can turn off the pressure. I have no problem operating under pressure.
Yeah, it's definitely like I've done that a lot. Also, like going to drive a comp because I'm not a big comp guy, but you know, if all my friends are going to drive it, like even at the comp, like you don't get to drive with your friends as much, but all your friends are there, and it's still better than going to an event by yourself.
Yeah,
or going and not driving that event.
Everybody's stoked to see everybody go out and get a good run, and then you come back and the pits are all, you know, lit up because you just did the sickest shit and your friends saw it.
True.
So like
it's also fun cheering on your buddies when they're doing good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely is. Even if you get kicked out or whatever from the comp, and
right,
your buddy's still in, you get to cheer him on, help him win.
Like when we were at M1. Yeah, M1. When Sam and Cody were going out, when you guys were going out, it was the rest of us right behind like the DJ booth, and every single person there could hear us screaming our fucking heads off.
Yeah.
And even the announcers are like, "Oh, these guys back here." We made it known. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had so much fun that they announced how much fun we were having.
Yeah.
Just supporting the boy.
Yeah, as long as you like keep that your number one priority, you will stay having fun.
Absolutely. That's the only thing I want to do. I don't need to win anything. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, there's not enough to win anyways.
Yeah, they say that up on the mountain a lot. There's nothing to win, but you can certainly lose.
Absolutely.
Well, damn, I mean, we should probably figure out how long we're going for. Nacho, what's our time?
50.
We're at 1 hour. Okay, well we can
Certainly
cut
doesn't
us
feel
talking
like
about
it.
this out for a minute. We got to keep going then.
Sure.
Oh man.
Do a what? No, your mom's a break.
Damn.
We can keep going, dude. We were on a good riff.
Roasted.
Let's
Yeah, move on from the drifting on the mountain.
drift
So,
up Nacho.
what's
Oh, I have a great question.
go ahead with it.
So what was it like when you found out about your local drifting team that you are now friends with?
Oh, it was the craziest thing because, like,
I've never heard this story about how you figured out about it. Because I honestly, just to be frank with you, you kind of just showed up and I was like, Isaac brought you around, and that will make everybody nervous.
Yep. Yeah.
So you never know what to think, but thank Isaac for bringing you around.
So the crazy thing is, when I got my car, I was having issues with it because it was bound for the scrapyard. And I posted on a 240 page that, can anybody help me with this problem? It's XYZ. And Isaac posted on my comment, he said, message me. I have a 240, I have some knowledge. And I'm like, sick. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, this is my problem.
What was your problem?
I think it was idling weird.
Typical.
Yeah. But so I messaged him. I'm like, hey, this is my problem. And then nothing for 5 months. He didn't message me back. And like 5 months later, I was like, hey, are you into sim drifting? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. We started talking about sim drifting.
You fucking cold called the guy.
Oh my god.
Messaged him, double texted him out of nowhere.
Like 5 months later, because like when I first moved to Fort Wayne,
Justin, you are a legend.
I didn't want to fucking be around anybody. I like my peace.
Did you guys know that you were in like the same area when like the 240 post
think
came
I
out?
may have seen it on his page,
You, like,
on
clicked
his
on his
Facebook profile, because I wanted to see what car he had, and I was like, oh, dude, this guy's got a sick fucking coupe. But yeah, and then he said he does sim drift, and so we started talking about that, and then it was May of last year. He invited me to that EK in Indy, and that was the first time I've been to the drift event, and he was there, Cody was there, C Daddy was there, he wasn't driving, Trent was there, he was driving, Gavin was there, he was driving.
I wasn't there.
You were not there. You were having car issues.
Tragic. I should have been there.
But also Nacho was there. I didn't know that he was part of the friend group. I thought he just worked at the racetrack.
Yeah, he was doing media that day, right?
Yeah,
That tends to do that.
Nacho doing media at that event.
that's why I thought he just worked at the track. But yeah, so he invited me out to there. I went. It was sick. I had a great time. And then after that, we talked for like a little bit more on Facebook Messenger, and then he invited me out to Sam's house for a party. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. Sure, I'll go. And so I went, and then I saw a lot of people. I saw Cody. I had met you for the first time.
Yep.
Nacho was here, which surprised me because I thought he just worked at the track. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Isaac was there.
The first thing you said is you walked up and you saw my bicycle outside. You said, somebody rides this bicycle.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, yo, let me get a ride on that. And I did a 180. Yep. And I was like, I can't do anymore. I got a fucked up back. But yeah, ever since then, after that, it was just history. I was like, the more I hung out with you guys, the more I felt at home.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I would describe meeting you almost the exact same way. I remember you coming to that EK event and I was like, who the fuck is this guy that Isaac is bringing along? Like, why is Isaac bringing this guy along? Like, we don't need another friend around here. Like, I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, the last thing we need is another friend. And then you came over to that party, and I'm like, okay, and his car fucking sucks too. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was
Oh my
all
God.
stock at the time.
But then, like you said, the rest is history. Like,
Yeah.
you just grew on us. Like, you're a great guy, and we love having you around, and really glad that you did come around, because
Yep. I remember. So I'm gonna say this as respectfully as I can.
Say whatever you want. Trust
Cody
me.
is like a cat. He will like acknowledge you, and then he'll be like, "Oh, there's a person," and then like he takes a second to warm up to you, but then when he does, he's like, and I remember him sending me like the super soft message of approval, and I was like, "Oh, Cody thinks I'm cool. I'm fucking in. This is sick. If that guy likes me, I'm good."
Yep. Cody can veto anything he wants on this team.
So I was like, "Oh, hell yeah." I know Sam already likes me because we talk about BMX. Isaac already likes me because he invited me. And then I was like, Cody said yes, I'm in. Because like I remember I would feel so like anytime I message somebody that I don't really know, I feel like I'm annoying them and I'm taking up their time. And I kept messaging Cody about like a seat bracket because he's tall as fuck. And 240s are not
Yep.
height friendly. So how tall are you?
6'3".
I'm 5'11". So I'm like right on the edge of being comfortable in a 240 in a racing seat. So I'm like, hey man, sorry to bother you. What seat brackets are you running in your car? Because he had racing seats. And I put a racing seat in my car and I was hitting my head. And I'm like, what do I do? Because in my previous 240, like 10 years prior, it was just stock seats. And so he was just like, "Oh yeah, this is what I have." And I was like, "All right, sick. Thank you for even just acknowledging the fact that I'm a human being."
Thank you for helping and not
Yeah.
being a piece of shit.
Exactly. Because like
You can get that a lot around.
I hate going to car meets because people just, if you don't have the same exact build as them with the same exact fake wheels and the same exact shitty suspension, they just fucking shit on you about it. It's like, sick, dude. The bank owns your car and you're shitting on me for my fucking thing.
Yeah, gatekeeping rules or whatever.
But yeah,
It's a Bride MO rail, by the way. It's the best rail for S chassis. If you don't want to, like, I'm 6'3", I got no cat hump delete.
which is crazy.
Yeah. But I also, I have that rail.
Mega tilted.
It's on a slider, as tilted as it can get, and also no bottom cushion. It's the only way I'm sitting in my car without hitting my helmet. But I have a sunroof car, too. So
I also have a sunroof.
if you don't have a sunroof, fuck you, man.
I love how I got the car for tall people, but I'm like the shortest guy of all time.
Right.
Dude, like sitting in your car at Smile Death, I was like, yeah, this is sick, dude.
Yeah, the passenger seat's pretty high up.
Yeah. It's also very narrow. I am not a small person.
Yeah, my passenger seat is on some, I think it's like a Buddy Club rail, and it is way high up there.
Yeah. I've got the planted super low bracket.
One time I saw a video of a guy riding in the backseat of Casey from Shirts Tucked In, his car on Mahon, and he didn't have a passenger seat, but there was a guy sitting in the back seat, like recording.
Crazy.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, because you got all the room then.
Good angle.
I thought about taking the passenger seat out of my car so that I could fit Paul in there, my dog, Paul the Great Dane.
Oh my God. I want to love him so bad.
The only way he's fitting in my car is if I take the passenger seat out. But if I take it out, then there's tons of room for the dog to lay in the passenger side, right?
Tons.
Worth it.
I'll probably do it one day this summer. Go to a Boogie Meets with Paul.
Every time I get close to the fence and he's on the fence, he just gives me that look like, don't you fucking dare. And I'm like, I respect it. But I just want to love him so bad.
He's pretty nice.
We love Paul.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Don't you dare say that.
He's only 6 years old. which is near the end of his life for a great day.
So what kind of things are you inspired in for drifting? Kind of what style are you going for? Because you got basically the most versatile car of all time. The 240/180 SX can basically be anything you want it to be.
Right. So I really like the Kansai style.
All right, and that's it for today, everybody. Just kidding.
Just like I said, I was consuming all of those YouTube videos, and it was a lot of that. And so, like, you know, back in 2005 when it just came out, there was a lot of mountain videos, but then there was also like a lot of option DVDs that are getting ripped onto the internet. And so, you watch like an old video of like option D1GB from 2005, and all of those cars were so sick, and they were nowhere near as like powerful and styled out as cars are today. Right? It was like stock bodies with a livery, and that was it.
Pretty basic cars.
And they were killing it. They were sick. And so I think the first time I met you was at the party here, and I think I hadn't said but 2 words to you, and I'm like, man, I really love Mahon, and then I'm pretty sure you lit up like the fucking sun.
Yeah.
So
that's all it takes.
I just super love like Kansai style cars. I love the way they look. Like, I don't hate SRs, but
I think you're just kind of stuck in a world of KAs. That's what's easy for you.
So I don't hate SRs, but like an SR20 with what are those, like those manifolds that they have over there that make them sound like RX-7s?
Yeah.
Dude, count me in. That is so sick. And just like the style of the bodies, you don't even have to have like the craziest livery for them to just look good. Like if you had what I have on my car now, solid color, I'm happy. That's style for me. So, for me, it was always has been and always will be the Kansai style.
So that's what you're going for. Car's got a body kit now.
Yep. I don't remember what body kit it was.
It's technically a Euros Rep by Duraflex, I think.
Yeah, it's a Duraflex kit, and then I got the
which was secondhand via Josh SD.
Shout out Josh SD.
Yeah.
So give me a
major
deal
legend.
on that.
Major legend. Oh, he's got a discount code I'll mention right now. If you're trying to buy Duraflex Aero, he's got a discount code. Look up his Instagram at Josh SD.
Yeah, let the record show that Justin is well on his way to making his car not suck anymore.
Oh yeah, it's got like the full body.
Yeah, he's got a body kit and a turbo now, so.
Yep. Type 3 Origin over fenders, 55 millimeters. I got 2-inch spacers to make everything like the track width. I'm following the recipe.
Recipe.
Paint job coming soon.
Paint soon. I got to take off all the wrap and then sand everything, and then we're going to paint it. It's going to be sick. I'm not telling you what it is.
I had a theory about the Type 3 over fenders.
A theory?
Yeah. You can tell me if this sounds insane. Maybe it's true, but I'm just making an assumption. But I think that the Type 3 55 mil over fenders for S chassis were made for B-knuckle.
I could see that.
Because it makes sense. It's a 55 mil, and with the 2-inch spacer with the correct offset wheel, it's the perfect fender to lip fitment for all the clearance and track width and looking like a Type 3. Obviously, it looks entirely different from an S or like a stock body S chassis.
Yeah.
Well, what came first?
Yeah.
B-knuckle.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. B-knuckle or the Type 3? It's exactly what I'm wondering.
Yeah, because one had to probably be made around the other, or
because there's no way that they just nailed it. Because the B-knuckle setup, like you need that spacer. That's like a required thing, is having that correct offset from the knuckle,
right,
to have it have the correct scrub radius.
I think that has to be the B-knuckle came first.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
it would make sense that they made the 55 mil to cover the poke that B-knuckle would have on a stock body.
Right, because I've got 17 by 9 plus 15s with the 2-inch spacers on the 55, it's absolutely perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's funny. That's just how it works out.
Yep. It's almost like some people did this a long time ago and they figured out what worked.
You have a fuel cell in your car too.
Yeah, actually, right before I came here, I took out a 10-gallon and put in a 15-gallon with Isaac at the dent shop. Shout out the dent shop.
What was your reasoning behind the fuel cell?
10 gallons is just not enough to drive my car from here to wherever I need to go, do laps and then go home.
Did it have a fuel cell in it when you got it?
No, it had the stock fuel tank, but the fuel gauge on my dash didn't work because nothing on my dash worked. So like the fuel tank was good. There's no leaks. It's great. But more times than I would like, my car left me stranded. So I was like, I'm fucking done with this. I'm just going to put in a fuel cell, put in my own fuel gauge so I'll never have to be stranded, because there were times where like I'd run out of gas. I ran out of gas right before a gas station and I had to put it in gear and use the starter to put my car in the gas station to get gas and make it home.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time that you showed me your car and you opened up the hood, I said, "Oh no."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've proved though to me, like I'm a pretty big advocate for trying to do things one time, and that's probably why I'm so loud about it.
Mhm.
But you definitely showed me the bare minimum to get by, which is good in some way.
Well, I mean, if it helps other people, if I could show my car to someone else, be like, hey, you can get this result for half the price doing it this way, so that someone else can get their foot in the door to drifting, then hell yeah, dude. That's sick. Because like if you can do it for little to no money and have fun, later on down the line, you're gonna upgrade it. You're gonna have more fun. You're gonna make your car better. But like, if you don't necessarily get your foot in the door that first time, you might not do it ever.
I feel like just over the last 4 years of watching Isaac build a car, and then I've built a couple cars, Cody's built a couple of S chassis, watching you build yours, I'm pretty content with believing that the myth, what I would consider as a myth, like 240s are not really that hard to obtain right now. I think that a lot of people are just not actually putting their minds to getting one.
I think that they're not too hard to attain. I also think that people who are selling them are out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
But once you get one,
people only see what they want to see, though. They always see the $20,000 SR hatch or something, but
Right.
They're not paying attention to the $2,000 like caged coupe. Like that still is like a thing. Like you can find and mind you, nobody should be making the argument about like, oh well, it's not a roller. Like S chassis are so insanely easy to put together.
Well, I mean, they are so easy.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
it's
matter
a
if you like
rolling shell or a chassis.
You buy your $20,000 like car that is all put together, and like built by somebody else, already ready to go car. I think I've done both ways, and unfortunately, you're just gonna be building it yourself no matter what.
You're gonna undo all of
Yeah,
that.
so like just unfortunately, you just have to start out at the bare it's better to just start off with the bare chassis.
Unless you like stealing basically someone else's style and just buying their thing and then running it and acting it like you're the king.
Maybe it's just that you're gonna have to redo everything no matter what, because even if you build the car from the ground up, everything's probably still gonna have to get redone eventually.
No matter what, you're building it, right?
Multiple times.
Absolutely.
If you start at the base, at the bottom, at the ground, you can put all of your own personality into the car the way you want to do it, versus buying someone else's shit that's got their style and their personality, and you're just fucking driving that. And it sounds cliche, but it's not you. It's not true to you, right? So I mean, if
Some people convince themselves that it's them.
I think it's easier to like, even if like you're gonna get someone else's car and redo everything, it's easier to just like do it yourself the first time than to redo someone else's work.
Right.
That's funny because that's what you did and that's what I did. You bought the guy's car and redid everything your way. I got a car and I just did it my way from the start. And
We've still both had to redo everything
100%.
like
Everything.
multiple times.
Everything.
You're not escaping it.
Yeah, you can't
You're
escape it.
going to do it, so you might as well.
I think
do
the
it
only
right
difference between me and you is that I've had my rear subframe out and you haven't, and that's it.
Yeah. Like I know like that mine is good, but also there's other things about my car that like if it would have started at the bare, I wouldn't be dealing with now. Like
Yes.
there's like
Gremlins.
if I got my car as like a bare shell, I would have done a sunroof delete immediately. But because my car has a sunroof in it and the headliner, and I would have to tear all that out and then put the sunroof in, and my car would be like unoperational while I was doing that. I'm just like, I'll just deal with the sunroof. I'll just deal with the sunroof.
Thank God you don't have a cage when you're doing that too.
Right. So like when I do the cage, then it's like, oh, I'm already gonna have to tear all this shit out. I might as well do the sunroof delete then.
Right.
And then it's like, oh fuck, now I have to repaint my whole roof also.
Yeah, true.
And then also like, so yeah, you buy the $20,000 car that somebody else has, and like you've got a car that you've got to tear down anyways, versus buying like, a $1,500 roller, a $500 engine, a $3,000 turbo system.
Right.
You're at, a fraction of the cost for the same exact thing with all of your personality.
And at the very least, you're going to know everything about it.
Exactly.
You're going to know what parts are on it. You're going to know where to get the parts that you already got.
There's no like, is this crank good? Is these pistons good? Is my head gasket okay? There's no guessing.
Right.
And that's worth its weight in gold. Having like the I know this is going to work because I did it.
And when you build it, you actually just learn about the car itself. You learn about doing things on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people might make the argument of that if you buy the car that's already built, you can like be driving while you're working on it. But that's a bad theory, I think, because like
to a certain extent, you got to get to a point where you can
just like buckle down and get the work done. I mean, you built the whole car in an off season.
Yeah.
From the ground up, basically. Like you didn't have to buy every single part brand new. Like you might have to if you just started with nothing in a bare shell. But like if you had $20,000 to spend, I think your money would be better spent buying a bare shell and piecing everything together rather than buying someone else's already built car.
Yeah, if I had 20 grand to spend, it would not be on a car that's already.
I guess part of it though is I guess part of it is what you're capable of though, because some of these guys are incapable, like
they can't do anything themselves.
They just can't do it. They don't have a willingness to learn how to do it. They're just like, oh, I'll just pay this guy to do all my welding. I'll just pay this guy to do all my painting. That will end up costing you $55,000.
Yes.
Right.
And that's why I'm such a big advocate of finding good people, because when you have a friend group like ours, you don't have to spend $55,000. Right? You bring 2 cases of Twisted Teas on a weekend and everybody just fucking gets down and helps out, and it's just a good time building your car with your friends.
That's insane what can be done over a couple cases of Twisted Teas and graveyard at the end of the night.
Yeah, a little bit of some initiative.
Yep. And just
that's
make
kind
sure
of everything.
Just make sure that when you call for help and they help you, that you also help when you get called for help.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, don't be a shitty friend.
That's a kind of rule number 1 around here, in my opinion.
It shouldn't have to go without saying, but there's some people. I'm not saying anybody in this group is like that, but I met friends where like I've needed help, and I've bent over backwards for them and given them the shirt off my back, and they're like, "Oh, I can't help today," and I'm like, "All right, dude, sick, thank you," and I'm just like,
having really good friends is a privilege,
dude, and that's why one of the biggest reasons why I am the way I am with this group is because I understand what that's like. And I understand how rare it is to come across a group like this. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna be a shitty person and fuck it up, because good luck trying to find this ever again.
Yeah, you were saying that you'd be back in Texas by now.
Yeah, man. So my goal when I came to Indiana was to just live here for a couple years and work and save up and then move to Texas because Texas drifting is huge and I don't have to deal with snow because I fucking hate snow. But I met you guys and now I don't want to leave Fort Wayne.
I think that's going to end up playing in your favor just because having a winter to do things is, it's going to force you to.
Yeah.
I was actually working on finding a way. I guess now is a good time to maybe suggest we all relocate to somewhere better than this.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
But
I've always thought about that.
Because I want to go somewhere else because this place sucks kind of as far as the snow. But
oh my God,
it would be nice.
We all have.
It would be nice at the point that we would be at now with our cars.
I wish you go spend one winter in New England where we get a bad snowstorm here, it's 6 or 7 inches, and a bad snowstorm in Massachusetts, 6 feet.
Yeah, everything's ruined for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean it could be worse, but I'm just not. I don't want to settle for less than what I deserve, which is great weather all the time. Basically.
You know what? I respect that, and I think you also deserve nothing but great weather all the time.
And I think we all do. So really, we just need to find the place where there's great weather almost all the time and an abundance of tracks within 5 hours.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, so I think we all need to move to Houston.
Is that the place?
San
They
Antonio.
got the tracks around there.
Yeah, they got a racetrack. They've got one of them.
One racetrack.
San Antonio's got a bunch of tracks that you can go.
I'm just joking.
I'm not deep enough into the scene around the.
Doesn't matter, actually.
We can't go to California.
Nope.
I would rather fuck a cactus with lemon juice lube than go back to California.
I'll tell you, the place to be is right around Summit Point, West Virginia.
Maybe a little more south.
Just a little bit south, so there's at least a nice drive up to the racetrack.
Sure, I wouldn't even be.
Dude,
upset
if you had
with some of
Summit
the
Point,
Carolinas.
As your local
North
track,
Carolina.
you'd be good.
Relocate to North Carolina. We get a good NASCAR scene around there too.
That'd be so sick.
Hell yeah!
All right, we'll have to run it by the rest of the team.
I'm sure they'll be in. None of them do anything anyway.
Right. Yeah. I think we can get it going on.
The Midwest has got it going on too, though.
There's got to be a company out there doing a startup that can hire us all to work for them. Oh, no, wait, we get the dent shop to relocate.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why wouldn't they? They only have a very successful business here in Fort Wayne, so a second location.
Yeah, he could branch out.
Oh my God, dude. He could put a bunch of money into a second location. We could ruin it.
Yeah.
Have Isaac run it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ruin it immediately?
Yeah.
He's efficient.
Might be a good idea. We're going to have to put this into effect immediately.
Yeah. Indiana's super great for everything.
It is good that we have quite the abundance of tracks around us. There's plenty of places to drive around us. It's just,
What's funny is that there's so many places to drive around us, but it seems like none of us are ever satisfied with actually where we're driving.
I don't know. I don't know.
No one's ever like, this is the best track. I could drive this track my whole life.
I don't care.
They all just leave a little bit more to be desired. But if you go to all of them around the area, you can get almost everything you need.
Well, you'll be drifting so much to where you won't have the time or money to even think about going to tracks 8 hours away.
Right.
As long as I'm driving with the boys, I don't fucking care where we go.
Out of all the local tracks, is there any in particular that you're looking forward to driving?
I kind of like how small and tight Jackson is.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun.
I'm very looking forward to Jackson. I honestly don't mind Indianapolis, that EK event.
Mm-hmm.
I had a blast there and I wasn't even driving.
At the skid pad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this March, my first event, it's going to be the road course because I think they're doing autocross.
It's not a road course.
I wouldn't call it a road course.
They call it a road course, but
I think a road course has to be a circuit, technically.
Agreed.
But yeah, I don't mind that place at all. I could go there. It's relatively close. You could 2 hours there, drive around, 2 hours home.
What'd you think about Lake Erie?
That place was incredible. Like,
Great facility, Lake Erie Speedway.
dude, it was great. And those chicken and waffle sandwiches
The fries.
to die for. Well, the track was sick. Everybody there was fucking sick. I got to meet a couple people that I had only seen on the internet, like the Hayes guys. I talked to them for a couple minutes. They're all super friendly.
Oh yeah, we love
those
Hayes.
kids.
That was your first drifting experience with the actual team, too.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
I thought it was great. I thought everybody was super chill. I loved the themed outfits you guys had. That was hilarious. You looked like Hugh Hefner pimps. Loved it.
That's where the smoking section originated, actually.
Yep.
The Smile Death Challenge. Pretty crazy.
Pit area.
Yep.
Good
Okay,
name.
The smoking section.
Super chill.
We had a couch.
Yep. Couch. That's where.
Couch in the pits.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Red carpet in the pits.
Red carpet to everybody's car. Which was
Smoking.
fancy.
Yep. Pipes. Tobacco. Sunglasses.
Absolutely.
Smile Death ruled. It was like a pretty typical Team Smooth Brain like event. Like
That
team
was
event.
that brought back some core lifestyle
Yeah, it's
things
like
that we used to.
Yeah, like in the beginning of our being a team, we would go to an event and be so hyped up for it, and like everything would be looking really good, and then like right before like it came time to like put on the show or whatever you have to do, everything just goes completely to shit.
falls
And
apart.
it's like what, and like we just made idiots of ourselves.
I think we were sitting in pretty good position for that event too, right before that.
Yeah. Like that would happen in the early days, and then it seemed like we kind of like started to figure it out, and then Smile Death was like a callback
Yeah, it was.
the old
Getting back to your
days.
roots.
Yeah, like everyone's car broke or wrecked, and then we had to sub in, and then even on the team laps they were just terrible. So
Yeah, grasping at straws.
but it was
But that's what happens every time. So
yeah, it was pretty fun.
at least it was something we were used to.
Yeah, I had fun doing it either way.
I
thought
had
that
so much fun.
through like there was some like definite adversity at that event. Like your engine did the thing, your transmission got stuck,
Yeah,
and everybody was like set on going home.
We had a crash.
And yeah, fucking C Daddy's car.
Gavin was driving with nothing attaching the entire drivetrain to literally anything.
Horrible. We did his engine mounts at my house after that. But like, everybody was dead set on going home, except for I think Isaac and Bo. But Bo came out of nowhere. Was like, let's just rip your transmission out, Cody. We'll fix it at the track. And Cody was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then he did it.
yeah. I woke
They
up
took
the next
trans
morning
out.
with a completely different mindset, and I was like, you know what? I got this whole day, and I'm not going to be doing anything. I might as well. Like, I've already done this transmission rip out one time.
Right, you ripped it out at the track, cracked it open at the track, got it unstuck, put it back in, and then kept driving.
I've never seen anybody split the transmission case at the track.
And like the crazy thing is, it really wasn't even that bad.
Right.
Like I really like. Bo was hands on helping me the whole time, which was awesome. Like if I wouldn't have had Bo helping me, I wouldn't have done it by myself. No way.
Right.
But he was determined to help, and that was awesome. And like
It's
everybody,
literally all it takes.
everybody else, yeah, having one person just to be like, no, we can do it. That's is all it takes to like really get something done. And everyone else was helping out a little bit, and yeah, made something pretty cool happen. And it wasn't even that bad to do it.
That was definitely a team effort weekend.
And I think that situation alone either will make you or break you. Like if you come out of that on the other side and you're still, like, hell yeah, let's drift, then you're going to be good forever. And if you come out on that the other side, like, fuck this is the worst shit, I don't ever want to do it again, you're not made for it. And that's fine. But it's stuff like that, it's make or break.
Yeah, really. Like after this season, I was like, man, I've been going hard at drifting for a few years now. I was like, I just kind of maybe want to take a little step back and like maybe just help out some other guys, not do as much driving. And then Sam was like, no, we can't do that. He's like, we actually have to go harder than we've ever gone, believe it or not. he's like, we got to keep on climbing up to the top as far as leveling up our driving and like team ability. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We do. And like, that's all it took was just him being like, no, we can do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be reminded that you've been doing it, and you don't necessarily need to level up all the time, but like at least it's always about being consistent.
Yeah.
Got to keep on keeping on.
Right.
And it's not even like, you got to be consistent with the tools and assets that you have now. If your engine bay is ugly chipping primer gray, and you have a guy that can paint, and you have a guy that can weld, and you have a guy that can tear an engine out of a car, there's absolutely no excuse to have a cool looking engine bay within the 3 months that you were doing nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like perfect example right there of making things happen. Like could have been nothing going on there.
If you have the
Could have been chilling.
If you have the means and don't, you're just lazy.
Correct. Don't
Yeah.
be lazy.
Especially because they're making it happen. Like I said with the transmission thing, like doing the whole engine bay, it was like wicked easy to get that done because like you got 10 people putting in a little bit of effort each, and a lot of effort actually gets put in.
Yeah, it was a sick night hanging out with the boys.
Yep. You purposely jade the hard work with hanging out.
Funny jokes and twisted teas will get you a lot of manual labor in return.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You also just have to have friends that are willing to take that as a payment. Some people have friends that suck balls, and they're like, yeah, man, I'll come help you for like $100.
Oh, the worst.
That would be crazy. That is not my friend.
That's not a friend.
Imagine if you even had to pay all your friends $50 for the night.
That's not a friend.
Nah, I couldn't even do it.
Exactly. I think we've figured out drifting. You have to do it with your friends.
Do it for the love of the game, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you do it for anything else.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to even just figure out where if I'm trying to keep leveling up, what is going to be next? Because I'm going to hit a paywall. I'm going to hit a pay-to-win wall soon.
So I guess at that point you would ask yourself, are you happy with being at the top of where you are right now? Or do you need to inch into the bottom of the next thing so that you can...
Dude, I don't think that there is any top for me. I think that the top has always just been satisfying myself. And whatever that is. I'm never satisfied because being complacent is super stupid.
Stay hungry.
Yeah. So if you're just never satisfied, you can kind of just like not stay where you're at, but you don't need to like I'm not trying to be a pro or anything.
Right. You don't need to shoot for the stars, but you don't want to stay stagnant.
Yeah. Just be appreciative, I guess, that you even get to do the damn thing. Because if I was just like a little bit more poor, like, I don't know, a quarter more poor, I'd be Justin if I was a quarter more poor. Don't let me that.
I don't take offense to it. I know.
Dude, that's crazy. It is crazy how it could just take like one little thing and changes your whole trajectory.
Yeah, Justin, you're about like one dude away from being a takeover guy.
We talked about that before.
So am I.
That's all right.
One guy away.
You imagine if instead of meeting me, you met like a dude wearing a shiesty? You're like, oh, this is the nicest guy ever. Oh, dude, he talked about rollbacks, and we just clicked instantly. And here you are in a GS 300 doing a donut in the middle of Fort Wayne.
I don't think I could ever do could I go out and have fun in the street? Yes, absolutely. I'm a street rat. I love that. But shutting down an intersection, I could never.
Right. Yeah, I'm just making fun of everybody that does that.
Yeah, we will continue to make fun of takeover kids on this podcast, and that's something you can get used to. And we'd like you to join along in the comments and make fun of them with us.
Super easy. Just leave a comment.
Just one comment.
So do you, Justin, do you think in the future for your drifting, you're going to be just going to stick with the S chassis? Is there any other cars that interest you?
Yeah, S2000s.
You would drift an S2000?
If I got wealthy enough to afford a drift S2000, yes, I would have another
Over a
drift car.
240.
Not over it at the same time.
Would you keep the motor that's in it? What is it, F20 or
The
something?
F20C, absolutely. They're incredible motors. They're forged internals from the factory.
You could K swap it.
No.
KA.
No, I would leave the F20. Ditch the stock timing chain tensioner, put in a not glass differential,
I think you'd be ditching a lot on that car.
and have a good time.
You'd be ditching the steering rack. You'd be ditching quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, I love S2000s, but I don't
They
know.
are like the perfect. It's like the Miata, the perfect Miata.
They've got like they're engineered specifically to have like a 50-50 weight ratio, like perfectly. That's why the engine is set so far back from the steering rack and the axles. But my hatch gives me everything that I need and everything that I could ever want. So I don't really need another drift car. I'm happy with it. I don't really want another drift car.
You don't like coupes?
It's not that I don't like coupes. I love flip ups. I don't want any. And if I have a 240, it's gonna have flip ups. So
If you had a coupe, would you do flip ups?
I would not turn away a one via. No, I would not turn one away. I would take one for sure.
Damn, that'd be sick.
Yep.
Somebody someday on Team Smooth Brain's gonna have to build a one via.
Yep. But no, I love my hatch. I don't want another car. I don't need another drift car. It does everything I want.
So you're another guy that has no method of hauling to and from the track. How does that make you feel?
That is going to be changing hopefully relatively soon. Within like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Because, I've got a good job now and I make more than decent enough money.
He's rich.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
shit.
I make stupid financial decisions, and one of them is going to be
Dumb, not rich.
One of them is going to be buying
There you go.
a tow vehicle and a trailer so that I can get my drift car to the track instead of, getting something reliable.
What's the ideal tow setup for you, my man?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind like a truck with a bed, but I've been seeing like Econolines and Chevy Express vans for like $2,000, $2,500 that are like aesthetically shitty, but like it's got good bones and it'll pull my car, and that's all I care about.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that's one of the most genius things I've. Like, I don't know why more people aren't doing that.
Right, because they're huge.
It's a truck.
They got enough space in the back.
It's a truck.
Chuck a bed back there. Bring your tools.
I feel like they might be more likely to have been absolutely beat to shit as like a work van type of deal.
All of them are.
But
Yep.
Right. If you're
less than or like more so than a truck maybe, but
if you're finding like
but also you can just like look at that stuff and see it.
Yeah, if you're finding a Ford van that can pull a car, or like a Chevy Express, like an Econoline or an Express, for $2,000, they probably have at least 250,000 miles on it.
Yeah, but for $2,000 for a most likely V8 truck chassis towing vehicle that you can put tools and tires and parts inside that will never get wet.
And you can sleep inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saving on hotels, sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised I don't see that more often. Like, just shitty vans. I see a lot of like really junker clunker trucks, mine included. But I don't know why people aren't going the van route.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just like I don't know. I guess people don't really like to be seen driving around a van.
Yeah, it is
Coming from people that are super egotistical about what they're driving on a racetrack.
Right, but it's like I don't care about that. I don't care about what my van looks like. I care about getting my car to the track and getting it home.
Some people really care about what their tow rig looks like.
That's dumb.
Which is interesting. That's like another layer.
That's so dumb.
Well, I mean,
you get your car to the track and have fun with your friends, and you get it home, and you don't have to worry about being stranded 4 hours away from home because your car's broken.
Yeah.
And if I can do that, I don't care what the fuck my van looks like. I don't care what my tow vehicle
looks
like.
Neither, really. I drove a really bad truck for a year.
My truck is on its way to being really bad.
No, your truck is basically a Corvette. It's fucking sick.
Thanks. Mine too, then.
Trans temps disagree.
No, but that engine loves it.
The engine's good. Yeah, if I could go back, I would probably get a different truck. Probably just like the generation of Silverado before mine, obviously GMT 800 Hoff.
Cat Eye is really the move, honestly, if you can find a good one.
Yeah, pick up a Nash Threat. Yep.
So you've got pretty big aspirations to have a dialed drifting, I wouldn't even say program. I only say that word because it kind of seems like that's the best way to put it.
Sure.
Your whole drifting setup, your tow rig, your car, your trailer.
Yeah.
Tools, wheels,
I've got
spare parts.
tools.
It's a program.
Someday you're going to be a testament of what it's like to drift in this new era of people throwing money at it. And you're proving that you can still do the old school S chassis, KA.
Yeah, man. I mean, I grew
Chunky
up
truck,
poor.
chunky
The
trailer.
only way I know how to do shit is the poor way. It's either you fix it or it doesn't work. There's no in between. It's not like, oh, I can wait for this another day. No, I've got to get the car home.
Yeah, you are always like, oh, no, sorry, I got to work on my car. It's my only car.
Oh, yeah. No, I daily. It's my daily.
Yeah, that definitely keeps you motivated to keep it in good condition.
You have to, or else you can't get to work and you can't make money. And then you can't put it back into your car.
Yeah, so getting into the van will help you out there a little bit too.
Sure.
Be able to do like bigger projects on your car where your car can be down for a few days.
Absolutely.
That always helps.
It's also just a game changer having something pretty like you don't really feel bad about. You know, you wouldn't feel bad about driving your van every day.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely not.
Beat the hell out of it as they always do.
Yeah, I think your van is going to be sick, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
Yep.
Because I know it's going to be, dude, you'll probably put a couch in it or something.
Dude, a bed, it's got to have a mini fridge full of Mountain Dew.
I guarantee there's going to be a mini fridge and a futon in your van.
God,
You got to
that'd be
get like a
sick.
bed that folds down from the wall.
Oh my
Like
god.
sideways? Hell yeah.
For optimal like
Oh, that'd be
storage.
so sweet.
Yep.
Or that you like rappel down from the ceiling.
That would be so badass.
A hanging bed via chains.
Yeah, or cables. That'd be fucking tight, dude.
On a motorized pulley system.
Yeah, you could do that easy, I feel like.
Yep. I can put my toolbox in there, all my tools.
This is good podcasting.
No,
Oh,
yeah, if you can, it wouldn't be hard to get like a 4-pulley system with like a little, like a wood frame with a mattress pad on it that's pretty low profile
Sure.
up on the ceiling, and then you just press a button and it lowers down and hangs, suspends you from the air
Yep.
in your van.
You don't even need like a mattress to put up a futon on it. You know, you can sleep on it. It's relatively thin.
Yeah.
It'd probably only cost you like one case of Twisted Tea.
Oh, I would bring at least 2.
The hardest part would be engineering the 4-pulley system.
Yeah, I feel like somebody in the internet's done that though, and I could just learn from them.
Yeah, guaranteed. That's already been done. That someone's suspended a bed from the top of their van already.
Certainly.
Because there's, all those people that live in there.
You got to find like some kind of window, just like a port window, some crazy looking window to just ghetto-ly rig up in that van.
Duct tape, just cut a hole with a sawzall and then duct tape it crudely
Yeah.
on.
Let's get a dog.
Air conditioning
A
unit.
doggy door.
When I want to open the window, I just hold up the doggy door.
Dude's got an air conditioning unit wood screwed to the side of the van.
Miles installed the air conditioning unit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Silly rigged up the lights.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if Silly did that, I would never have a single electrical worry in my life.
I can't wait to see this van.
It's going to be nuts.
It's going to look like shit. Because none of them, for the price that I'm looking for, look good.
Well, get, you should, probably, get some like Rust-Oleum turbo cans.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to be rolling around in a white van with no windows, really.
Right.
It's a bad look.
It is a bad look. Yep.
It can't be white.
No,
You'd be better off to make it the same color as your car.
Or what I was thinking is get like they make chalkboard paint. Just do the whole outside on chalkboard paint and let
That
people
actually
fucking
fits the bill.
Yeah.
let people write whatever the fuck they want on it. And if it's racist, I'll just erase it.
Yeah.
I know what I'll put right on the side of that van. The first thing, loaded diaper.
What?
Free.
Damn, this guy's too old.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, damn, dude, I think that this is probably a long enough podcast.
We've done a long enough podcast here. Justin, is there anything you want to say to the people at home before we end this one off? This is a new segment I'm doing where I let you say something at the end.
Yeah, man. If you want something, do it. And if you can find a reason not to do it, then you don't want it bad enough. Because if you want it bad enough, nothing's gonna fucking stop you. So if you want something, do it. And if you don't, then fuck you.
Great words from Justin Johnson, a drifting legend in the making here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks for
Hey,
joining
wait,
us.
and,
What?
We have to do this for political reasons. Thank you to Rush Hour Production for this production of this podcast.
I was going to say that.
Oh, sick. I'll make sure you say it on the next one.
Yeah, because I really had the outro down and you ruined it for me.
Ruined.
So stay tuned for the next episode when I actually
Cody's going to nail the
I'm gonna
outro.
nail the outro next time. So
I'm fired.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.
See ya.